Oh, so slow. All right. Morning, everybody. Hopefully, I'm gonna have to do some double checking here to make sure everything's coming through okay. I did the important thing of updating my iOS. It's not good. It's not good at the moment. It is pretty bad. And now I can't even watch the stream to double check to see, make sure everything's going correctly. Wow. So we're gonna see how the day goes with the stream and whether or not it holds and we can do all the things that we normally do, or if they're all broken or slow or having issues. It's already not looking super good. So this update's been out for a little bit now. I would have assumed that they would have hopefully fixed some of the glitchy issues, but I'm seeing blurry icons. I'm seeing they're not registering correctly, especially across two different screens. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's pretty buggy, which I'm pretty surprised about. It's not usually the case. It's not perfect normally, but okay, it sounds like my audio is coming through okay, so at least we have that's working. So that's good. Our VTuber here, PNG tuber here is doing good. Our video is rolling. The transitions between the scenes is still pretty glitchy. Not my favorite thing right now. I wonder, I checked to see if OBS, did I check OBS to see if it needed an update? I don't know if I checked OBS. I tried to make sure everything was up to date and stuff like that. Spotify did its thing. Adobe did its thing. A couple other ones did their thing, so it might take a minute to get everything stabilized. Our our camera system for a little live camera. Look, we've got a new live camera. Look at that. We got a new one. And we got our classic. There's our little boy. There's Piatch. Just chilling. Chilling like a villain. See, he told you that heater. Heater is his favorite thing. Don't blame him. But we got our Christmas tree up. Look at that. Our holiday Yule tree. All of the things. I thought I'd put that up today instead of having an outside shot. I'd try this today, see if people like it or not. We'll go from there. Yeah, some of these, that was a little smoother. Still pretty glitchy there. Yeah, I think some of these systems are gonna need time to stabilize. I had made some adjustments to our music, audio, try to make sure that was working. Sounds like it's doing okay. Actually, you know what? I need to double check that again. I was not paying attention to the music. Okay, let's see if this works. You guys got a little bit of that reverb there, but it's okay. Gotta make sure the audios work. Is the music too low now? Did I turn it down too much? Oh, we'll put it up to there, maybe? We'll do a little bit down. Okay, we'll try that. Okie dokie. Alright, let's see if we can actually open files and do work today. Or if it's going to be a butt. I already backed everything up, saved everything. Actually, I should have done this beforehand, but I'm not going to do it now. Yeah, I saved everything before I did it, so I should be good. Everything looks so different. So for those who don't know, I'm running all of this off of a Mac, and I have the which one is this? This is the Mac Studio 2023 Mac Studio. I wanted to make sure that I had something robust enough to be able to do all of these. Oh, the stream is lagging. Yeah, this is gonna be fun today. By fun, I mean not fun. Good job, Mac. Good job, Apple. Done did good. Done did screwed up. Okay. Give me a second. I gotta go grab a pair of headphones so that I can listen to everything that's going on. because it's lagging like crazy. Let's see. Let's see if it stabilizes at all. So I'm gonna have to monitor the stream and everything. It's gonna be a little bit weirder stream today because of these updates. So what I was talking about is that I upgraded my Mac Studio to iOS Tahoe, right? Go figure. I was actually kind of excited this year when they announced that it was going to be iOS Tahoe. I was just like, they named it after me. They didn't name it after me, but it was funny. Anyways, I've usually had pretty good luck with upgrades on iOS, not having problems, and generally there's a little funkiness because most of the apps and stuff like that need to do an update and get things up and running smoothly with the new code and the new glass features and all of those things. Like, it's not a direct one-to-one transfer. There's usually a little time period where they gotta do some bug fixes and stuff like that. This is the first time that I've done an iOS update that it is super buggy. Like, the main menu icons and stuff like that are screwed up, like buggy. Like, it's weird. And I'm a little, the glass stuff, the new, all of the rounded features and stuff like that, that's fine. That doesn't matter much, but the functionality part being kind of dog shit at the moment, that kind of sucks. It kind of sucks a lot. Do I wish I wouldn't have done it? Don't know. I could have kept moving along with the stability that I had, which would have been fine, but eventually I would have had to update anyways, so hard to say. So we're gonna have to truck along here a little bit, and gonna have to see what little, I can tell even by like my character bouncing up and down that it's like pausing, glitching. It says it's only running at 40 frames per second out of the 60, but we're only using 7.7% of the CPU, so we're not even using 10%. And for some reason it's struggling, and it shouldn't be. So they got something all fucked up here. Don't need that. And I've tried to, I shut off most of my exterior peripheral stuff, or stuff that runs in the background. Generally I don't have anything running like that in the background, but normally I leave like Grammarly up just because it's pretty low on the totem pole, but I shut that off. I'm debating whether or not to shut off the Bluetooth right now, but I think that might screw up our cameras that we have. Just to see if it helps reduce, but like I can't reduce anymore. We're only using 8% of the CPU. Like it doesn't. I don't understand. We don't have any. It says 0 dropped frames, but yet it's laggy. Definitely, I'm hoping that they have some stuff that they pass through, some stability passes coming with this OS that hopefully will address some of this. Let me double check to see if there's any updates at the moment. Your Mac is up to date. I can set it to do beta updates, but that seems scary as it is. No, they just got something jacked up with the, which is fun. So stream's going to be a little weird today, just FYI. So if you see weird glitches, slowdowns, stuff like that, it's okay. It's just it's part of it right now until they get things settled. I'm also checking audio, making sure that's running correctly. So if I'm pausing in between like sentences, it's because of that. I want to make sure that the volume is correct and stuff like that. Because I want the music in the background, but I don't want it to be overpowering either. And I did turn down my standing mic, but what is my volume on my phone at? Oh, that's low. So I think I'm just super, super loud on stream, right? Question is, should I turn myself down? Should I turn everything down? Maybe once we get some people in here, if anybody knows if I'm too loud or not, if they want it down, the base level of the volumes down, that would be good to know. Okay, so we're gonna get out of, like I said, I got 2 sets of headphones in, one listening to the stuff that's actually happening on the computer, one watching the stream on my phone to double check all of that goodies. Okay, fun day, fun. May or may not have screwed myself a little bit. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. So, first thing up here, book 3 pages. Is the plan to work on some more edits here. We only have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We have these last 10 to go through and revise and change, update, make sure that they are set the way I want them to be set and working correctly. And then we can go from there. Start working on stuff like the cover and getting all of the other finished little elements done. there is a little kink in the program that I do have to talk about a little bit here. I just got a email from Ingram Spark, who is the printer distributor of all of my books, and they are happily raising the prices again on all of their printed materials. So there is some fun stuff that I have to go through and look at and make some decisions about. Because I'm probably going to have to change the price of my books. I don't think I can, unless they drop it, man. So what happened at the beginning? Okay, so hold on, go back. This change isn't going to happen until the beginning of 2026, till January, February, that the prices are going to change on books. So there is a documentation, a rate card change. If you are working with Ingram Spark, make sure you go and check that out because they are changing everything again. Everything's listed out. I'm going to go through, I did this last year in January 2025. I went through, and when they sent this email out at that time too, I compared and contrasted their previous two price changes and saw how much of a difference that they were making, how much of it was being affected, and it was pretty significant. I think. Let me look at I have it right here. Out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 36, 37, 38, 39. Out of the 40 products that they offer, 4 were not being changed in price. We're not going up in price. Which is crazy. But for me and my book, I typically, when I first published the first book, I had priced my book at a price point that I thought was, for a self-published book that is being printed on demand, I thought was fair, especially since I couldn't go any lower because there is a minimum amount that you can that you have to charge on Ingram. Otherwise, they back charge you for the difference. So when I priced my book originally, $17 was the price that I could afford at that time. And what that meant is that anytime a book was sold on Amazon or Barnes & Noble or Walmart or just about anywhere that they could get it, even if you were at a local bookshop and you ordered in the book and somebody purchased it and went from there, I would get 64 cents for every book sold. And you say, oh, that's not very much. That's kind of the way it rolls, is if I don't want my book to be, $25, it's where I can actually make a decent profit off of it and try to be competitive in a market where most books are mass produced in some place where they can buy them for 30 cents a piece. That unfortunately is the price that it was going to cost me. So, or that's what the profit was that I could make. So most of the printing and distribution, that all money went towards that. All the price from a sold book went towards those things. Because the book cost $10 and something cents to produce. right? So on a $17 book, we can round up. We'll go to 11. It costs $11 to actually get the paper, put the ink on the paper, bind it all together, all of those things. It costs $11. So that means there's $6 left to go and split between all the other people, the distributors, any of the online retailers and stuff like that. They all get a cut of that. So 64 cents was what was left over for me as the author and publisher of the books. But in January, Ingram decided to make a change, and they had to increase their prices, and I lost 32 cents out of that. So my price got cut in half. So I was only making 32 cents per book sold, which sucked. Not gonna lie. It was like, okay, that sucks, but I get it. So we went ahead and published the second book, and then both books, if they were sold, I would get 32 cents per book sold. It's fine. I understand. Amazon has millions and millions of people that view and check it out, check out their sites, daily, hourly, minutes, just an ungodly amount of people that they have traffic for. So the potential to have people come through and buy the book and just rack up a lot of sales is there. The potential is there. That's the whole kicker of it, right? So 32 cents it's like, okay, 100 people come through and buy one book, that's $32. 1,000 people, it's $320, and then so on and so on. When we're talking on scales of millions of people, the potential to actually make a whole bunch of money is potentially there, but it's at a weird scaling compared to like selling at an event where I could make anywhere from $2 to $6 on selling a book by myself. So now the books are selling for a profit of 32 cents. If they're changing the prices again, I'm hoping that they don't kill it and slash it again, because then I'll only make 16 cents, which would still be fine. I can still manage that. But if it goes, if they want to keep having it, that'd be fine. But I have a feeling they're going to make another big jump, and my book actually is going to go into the negative, which means instead of a $17 book, I'm going to have to spend a bunch of money and buy brand new barcodes and all of that stuff, and switch up my price, and it probably have to be $18, which sucks, but it might have to be. We'll see. I have to go through the documentation and see what they've changed from the beginning of the year. Not looking forward to that. Not looking forward to that at all. Trying to decide if I want to do that on stream or not. If that's worth it at all. That is the industry. That is the way the cookie crumbles. So, let me see. Let's see if I can bring this in. Do I have an 8.5 by 11 that I can put this on? Maybe I'll just put it here. Let's just make a new one. Create. Let's try that. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Why? I don't want to update Creative Cloud right now, but thank you for trying. Okay, so this is our effective January 1st, 2026. This is when our prices are going to change again. So what we have down here is the listing of all of the types of books and the bindings, including with them, black and whites, colors, premiums, paper styles, all of those things. These are all of their options that are available, the product type, printing, pricing. That's what we've got going on here. Binding type, paper, page count, quantity discount, and then each of the countries that they have books that they go into. So that's what we're looking at the moment that they just sent out, that they are changing. So what I want to look at, this is last year's. You can see all of these little red. This was the comparison that I had done to see which ones were different, which ones were changing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to double check those against everything and see what has been updated and which ones went up and which ones went down. So the red ones are the ones that went up, green ones are the ones that went down. And then we can compare and contrast versus the two. So let's look at, we're going to do the fun stuff today because this is bothering me. Okay, global distribution fee changed again too. It's instead of 1.5, it's now 1.875. Oh, are they getting rid of the wow. Okay, that's revisions. They have, okay, so they're not making any changes to revisions. It's interesting that they didn't add it in this time. File copies, that's staying the same. Okay, so let's go ahead. We know this is changing. Okay, so that's changing again. Looks like they didn't put revisions on here again for some reason. To compare that, file copies administration 25 25 25 25 per title administration fee for delivery of files held by Lightning source back to publisher, limited to 5 ISBN or SKUs annually. Deliver files held back to, oh, okay, so they changed that. File copies administration. Per title administrative fee for delivery of files held by Lightning source back to publisher. So they're changing that. Okay, so what's next? Publisher compensation check payment. Publisher compensation check payment, 25, not available, not available, not available. 25, not available, not available. Per check issued and deducted from publisher compensation, US payment only. Per check issued, deducted from publisher compensation, US payment only. Okay, so nothing's changing there. Duplex cover. 30 cents. Looks like it's right. 20, 35, 25. Duplex cover print surcharge per cover printed. Okay, so nothing's changing there. Perforation. 30 cents, not available, not available. Surcharge per page printed available on publisher direct orders in US only. Surcharge per page printed available on. Okay, so that's the same. Order handling fee, publisher direct orders only. Calculated at time of order. That's all the same. Nothing has changed there. They changed this last time, the paperback and the hardcover. Let's move this. Actually, let's crop that in a little bit. So I can get that nice and juicy tight here. There we go. Public direct order, that's the same. Print fees details in the schedules are list rates. Yep. On the facility volume, okay. Paperbacks. Usually prints 3 to 5 business days. Rush 30% surcharge. Rush 30% surcharge. Usually on business. Okay, that's normal. 7 to 10 business days. Rush 30% surcharge. Okay, so that hasn't changed since the last update, but it was different a little bit ago. Wholesale channel orders. Ingram's Park distributors orders directly from Ingram's Park at a trade discount determined by the publisher's retail pricing. Same. Okay, so nothing else changed there. Good. Based on quoted shipping rates calculated at time of order, manufacturing. Okay, nothing changed there. Once annually, Ingram's Park reserves the right to modify the price schedule upon issuance. Such increases not to be greater than 5%. Okay, so they won't be greater than 5%. Okay, so not as many changes, just the global distribution up at the top there. Okay, so this is where we get into the nitty-gritty of the whole thing. I'm sorry this is boring today, not as interesting. But it is one of those important things that we do need to be aware of what our books are going to cost here. So let's do this. Let's make that red. Dim that down to like 50%. Perfect. Okay. So I can already tell this one up by 2 cents. That one went up by 1 cent. Come on. This one's going up by a bunch of cents. That one's going up 33, 33, 39. That one's going up. Okay. Those two don't change. Come on. Uh, 76. That one didn't change, so that goes to sometimes how it jumps. Fine, we'll just do it from here. 25, 26, that doesn't change. This is the first one that goes down. So that one actually goes to green. And then we go back to doing price increases. That one's higher. That one's higher. 776. That one's lower. That one's higher. That one actually went lower again. It was 120s, now 116. Okay, that one went down as well. That one went up. That one definitely went up. 655, that one went up. This one went down. $141, that one went up. $619, that one's gone up to $8.18. That one went down. We definitely have a bunch of price changes downwards, which is nice. I have to check to see if mine was one of those ones. That would be wonderful if that was the case. I'm hoping. 55. Yep, that one went up. That one's got to go up. 41. That one went up. We're almost down to the bottom here. It's 8. That one went down. 818. And this is literally all stuff that just happened before I got online today, that I just got this email. So this was not the plan to go through this, but it's super, super important, so I wanted to make sure and go through that. Okay, these three are all going up. That one's going up. That one's going up. All the rest of them are going up. Okie dokie. So we had 3 of them that stayed exactly the same. Pretty big difference compared to last year where everything went under. Everything went down. Or I mean, everything got more expensive. Let's just say that. Okay. So they changed them to publisher direct. 199, 0. Since 2, 5, 7.5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, so nothing there changed. Then for the discount, that one did change last time. You can see that because that was the bottom half of that scale changed. Let's see. 499, 400, 499, yep. 505, 99. Okay, yeah, that's all the same. So then the question is, does this affect my books? Am I going to get a price hike on my stuff? Am I going to have to do a price hike for everything that I've got going on? I knew that was going to happen. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. I want this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, that one, that one, that one. Should have been doing this on a different layer is what I should have been doing. Okay, so everything wants to freak out today. Sorry if you heard that. That was my tag in my shirt that was killing me. Okay, sizes. So we are in the color. We're not in standard color. I think we're in premium color. So it's got to be one of these. And it is not a hardcover with jacket. So my price is going up. Yay! Mine would be a small hardcover premium 70 pound between 18 and 840 pages. So we are going from, where are we at? A small hardcover. Was large 100? No, that's standard color though. Large hardcover, regardless, that's still going up. 651 or 669. Okay, it's right between those two. That's about a 20-cent jump. And that one's about, yeah, both of them are a 20-cent jump. Well, poopay. Poopay, poopay. Hello, Sunny. Well, that sucks. That means I might have to change the price of my books because they're gonna take 20 more cents. And that would leave me with 12 cents I make per book, which is pretty bad. A bit pretty bad. Yikes. Okay. Well, that is definitely poopy. I'm glad to see that it's not as bad as it was last year. Last year's was straight. Every book type was going up, but at least some of these are going down and some of them are staying the same. But man, that still sucks. Sucks a lot. Sucks a lot. Let's see. Yeah, because I do the... Man. I could change it to standard color, but that would be pretty crappy. Let's see. Not a hardcover with jackets. This is standard color. I think mine's the small one. Mine's either the small book or the large one. So there's another standard color. Those are paperback. I don't know if the 8.5 by 8.5 is considered a large book or a small book. I think it's a large book. I don't think it's a small one. Small one, I think they're thinking small novels and stuff like that. Graphic novels, maybe. My page count is pretty low. I have to... So, supposedly on the 15th of December, they're going to launch their new calculator on Ingram Spark's website, which you can put in the pages of your book, the whether or not it's paperback or hardcover, what type of printing you want to do. Like, you can fill in all the information and it will spit out how much the cost of that will be. So basically it'll give you an idea of what you should probably market your book at. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to, knowing that regardless, it looks like unless my book is this small nope, I don't have the jacket on either of these, unless mine is this small paperback, which it is not. Yep, it's gonna cost me more. So it's interesting that hardcover with the jackets, small hardcover with jacket, that actually is going down in price. You'd think that would cost more because you're adding an extra layer with the jacket. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting that the paperbacks, they're discounting out the paperbacks, the small and the large ones for the standard color. That paperback is also standard color, but none of the other paperbacks are going down in price. Well, poopy is the word. That was not a fun ride there. That's okay. Well, at least we have a little bit of an idea, so I can prepare to make some adjustments. I will have to pay to get some revisions done on my books, because that's one of the things. So they don't have it on here for some reason, their new update, but if you want to do revisions to your book right here, that costs $25 after the first 60 days. So for my 2 books, it's going to cost me $50 to revise the price for them, because that'll have to get pushed out to everybody into the printing. And then I will also have to go buy a brand new barcode, and those are $25 each. So it's going to cost me about $100 to change the price on my 2 books that I already have out, already have published and available. Poopy. Okay, let's go do something fun and not so sad and depressing. It's hard. Let's just say it's hard being an author out there right now. It's hard trying to do, as I say, it's hard trying to do anything right now. It's not fun. We are coming up on our first break here. Wow, it's already been an hour. I was crying for an hour right there. Jesus. we'll do our first break here coming up, and then afterwards, we have some thoughtful and insightful questions that we received from our good friend Bishak. And we will answer those questions after we get back from our break. So, hey, good timing. Good timing, Bishak. No, we didn't do the questions yet. I was crying over, I'll show you all the price changes. God damn it, why is Creative Cloud trying to open again? Crying over all of the price changes that are coming towards the printing industry, and it's going to hurt me a little bit. So I'm going to have to figure out what to do about that. So, but yeah, after we get back from our break, I will go through your insightful questions and I'll try to answer them the best I can. So stick around. We'll pause here for all the other stuff. Take that break. We'll check in on our assistant if the gods will allow us. He is not there at the moment. Maybe he's in his... Oh, nope, he's over here by me. So we'll just put it on the tree. Oh, wow, that's fast. That was a fast break. I think it sure started today. Oh, it's been one of those days. Everything's broken. Nothing wants to work. Everything's being a turd. That's an accurate statement right there. Someday. Maybe someday it'll get better. It's not today, but maybe someday. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go move our assistant's camera around a little bit. Okay, move the camera around, we'll see if it works. Hey, there he is. $10 says he leaves now. Not a fan of the autofocus. There we go. We got him. So you get the dual camera here, where you get the tree here, which is kind of like a close up, and then we back out a little bit, and you get to see the small boys hanging out. You get a little bit of both. Try my best. We're doing the things. Okay. Still a little sketchy here. Okay. Questions. I was able to receive a question from our friend Bishak. I've been thinking a hospital should pay employees enough to where they don't need assistance, but I understand that outside factors exist. I agree, Bishak. I agree. I think hospitals should pay. I actually think all places should pay their employees enough to be able to live. Just in general. That would be nice. That would be really nice. Especially hospitals. That would be... I thought about maybe doing something at a hospital, getting my nursing license at one point. This is how I tried to convince me of that after I took care of her in the hospital after our son was born, or while our son was being born. None of that stuff freaks me out or weirds me out, so yeah. Fun fact, MIT has a living wage calculator. Oh. The crazy part is that for a few years, we actually had, with our setup here, we were making enough money that we were able to save a little, which is wild. And we're not like crazy spenders. I'm still wearing the same sweater that I've had for the past maybe 15, 20 years. You can ask Dreamer about that. They make fun of me constantly because I have holes in just about everything I own. Anyways, we don't buy crazy like new cars or boats or ATVs or, like we don't do crazy things. We may go on one family trip a year. We didn't get to do one this year, except for we went to a wedding, which I don't think that technically counts as a family trip, family vacation. But yeah, that's not, saving money right now is not really a thing anymore. So being able to say hospitals should pay employees enough to where they don't need assistance. Yeah, it would be nice. It would be a wonderful aspiration to have for our world in a lot of different ways. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, though. We just had to change over our health insurance and stuff like that because they doubled the price on us. So we had to we ended up having to pick the lowest option available to us because we didn't have any other choices. Like there was nothing else we could do. So, does fairness and justice exist in nature? Ooh, good question. Fairness and justice exist in nature. I would say no, because that system does not. That's a construct that we have created as thinking mammals. It's not something that is considered in the world of survival only. So I don't think that factors into it. I don't think you can it's a great thought experiment, but I don't think it's you can't apply it to a hawk flying around trying to find something to eat for dinner, on the ground, maybe some kind of small rodent, rabbit, whatever it is, like that. That's more instinct based. I need to find food. I need to eat. I need to things like that. There's no justice, morality. It's just about if I don't do X, Y, Z, I will perish or I die, or you know what I mean. That's it. That system is very black and white, and the question you're asking is very very gray, very muddy, very it's a thought-worthy question more than anything else. So next, or are those our own constructs we've created? Yeah, I basically went into that, but yeah. Why sky blue? That's a good question as well. I've seen this one answered by Neil deGrasse Tyson a couple different times. Sky, let's see. What was the explanation they get? It had to do with the light coming into our atmosphere and bouncing off of the oxygen particles and our eyes being able to perceive the colors that are left over coming into our retina. Something along those lines. It's our perception of how the color spectrum is being separated by the oxygen atoms in our atmosphere and then absorbed by our retinas. Because for some people, sky is not blue. Because of color blindness, depending on where you are on the scale, sky not always blue. So that's a perception thing as well. So also sky blue because of water blue. Yes, water does have oxygen molecule in it as well. Yes, so that would seemingly understand part of that. There's some other more detailed explanations on how that the light and stuff like that it goes through our atmosphere and reaches us. I don't have the eidetic memory to be able to pull all of that information into my head to be able to regurgitate it for you, but I do know that it has to do with that and how it makes it and bounces around and gets to our eyes. So I have to run, but do the opposites exist? Injustice or cruelty? I believe some monkeys outcast some from their group for not following norms. Do the opposites exist? Injustice or cruelty? No, it's water green. Oh, okay. Water green. There you go. See, everybody's perception is a little bit different. 1 + 1 is 3. That makes more sense. In a world where we make up our own truths, which seems to be the era that we are in, all I can say is, I don't fucking know now. Everybody's truth is slightly different. If we are talking about a social aspect of that. The ocean is blue because the fish go blue, 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 blue. Always can count on you for a good joke, Sonny. I appreciate that. The opposites is injustice and cruelty. It's an interesting question. There seems to be the weird part is that we look at animals, and even in my description of them a few minutes ago, the description of most of the culture being, or their understanding of the world being black and white. We don't see that on every single plane of animal existence either. For instance, elephants mourn their dead. That's a wild and weird concept. that is something that has ingrained itself in them, that they it's almost ceremonial in certain aspects, but it's important for some reason, and that would be one of those gray areas in between. It's not so black and white. A lot of animals, one of their tribe members or one of their fellow animals in their pack, whatever, dies or something happens to them, they tend to move on because survival outweighs that type of thing. But there are certain species, certain animals across the board that have interesting, not necessarily rituals, but connection to some of those basic understandings of mortality and things like that. Some like wolves and stuff like that, with when some of their pups and stuff die and stuff. It's interesting. Like, the animal world is, we want to believe that it is very black and white, but we find more and more as we study them that it is more and more nuanced. Like, there are more and more little pieces. So maybe they are slightly more like us than we realize or want to give them credit for. And maybe our own injustice and cruelty makes us believe that they are black and white, so that it makes us feel better when we do things to the animal kingdom that we probably really shouldn't. So there you go. There's my bullshit for the day for all of y'all. High and mighty Tahoe on his little horse, little white knight horse. I'm just playing. These are just all fun little. Bishak had come in with some serious questions, so I thought I would play around a little bit with some of the answers. I don't know all of the answers. I wish I did, but I'm kind of glad that I don't know all of the answers, because I get to be surprised and excited when stuff comes up and I get to learn new things. So I don't know. I think just being curious about all of the things. It doesn't matter what it is. That was from Ted Lasso. Be curious, not judgmental. Is that what he said? Walt Whitman, I think, is the quote. I think it's very. It applies a lot. It really does. And it's not about like asking questions. It's just being curious. It's wanting to know more rather than poo-pooing and shitting on everything. It's always looking at everything with a little bit of wonderment and possibility and excitement, rather than bitterness and grudge. And like, it hurts a little bit that the prices are changing for my books and stuff like that, but I know it's part of the process, and I know I have to be able to evolve and change as those things evolve and change. And it's unfortunately the effect of what it's going to do is it's going to make my books and stuff like that a little bit less accessible to the people that probably would either really love to check out the books or would benefit the most or have the most ability to be able to access them. So yeah, that kind of sucks in that way. But with that being said, I do have some projects that I'm working on, and I might have to get a little bit more serious about it. Not that I wasn't serious about it, but I have one background project that I worked on with Mr. Sage Makes that I have on me. He did a wonderful job working on some audio stuff for me that I haven't. I'm still trying to figure out how to capitalize on the beautiful piece of audio that he has put together for me, because it's really, really, really freaking special to me, and he did an amazing job on it. So, but it's one of those ones that it possibly could be an equalizer across this, all of these price hikes and stuff like that. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just speaking out my butt again. I'm trying to be hopeful and optimistic here, and then I'll get sad and depressed, and we'll go back and forth a little bit. But all right. Well, now that we've got like 40 minutes left on this stream today, let's do some work. I don't know. Oh, thank you, Dreamer, for putting in your points for our assistant Patch. We can check out to see if he's still there. He is still there. Look at that. He did not want to be on the heater anymore, and he did not want to be in the bassinet, so he's on the couch. So we get a little couch time with Patch today. So technically, I probably only needed one camera today instead of the two. I didn't need to do the setup like I have been doing. So that's okay. We got the Christmas tree shot. People get to see. And we got the sleepy boy shot. He's a sleepy boy. So thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for putting your points in. Thanks for coming and watching. Thank you for dropping by, Bishak. I appreciate that. We've got 13 days left on our treat for our assistant. We are at 79%. So we are almost at that 80% mark. We're getting there. Almost there. I do want to go through and add a few more things to the stream. So if you have any suggestions on the rewards that you would like added to the stream, those are the Dreamer cheer, the pet the assistant, the cheer, the highlight a message, suggestion box, big stretch. I saw some people, I watched Sundaresh stream the other day, and I kind of liked her little lurk button reward, so I might steal that idea and put that in there. But if you have any suggestions on other things you would like for the stream, please let me know, or put them into the suggestion box. Should I make that cost less, the suggestion box? This way you guys can really use it. I had to close Google Chrome because it was being weirdo burrito. We'll try it and we'll see what happens. Just know that if the stream stops for some reason, my bad. Tried to do things and I broke everything. Power ups rewards. Let's see. Let's go ahead and edit that. Let's make that. We're going to go ahead and make the suggestion box 10. This way you guys can actually use the suggestion box as intended, how you would like. Make sure that went through. Oh, I got spinning wheel of death. Okay, we're good. Whoo, I got scared for a second there. Yeah, suggestion box is now 10. There you go. Yeah, I want to put in the lurk reward as well for people so that they can use that as a lurk command. But yeah. Okay, so a little bit of work here today. We've got our surprise moment. Got the full page. We could split this one and add something else here, but I don't know if there's anything worth adding there. Okay. Yeah. I think we're okay there. Yeah, I tried adding in on Monday. Let's open up 22 real quick. Tried adding in this, but I think it takes away too much of what's going on in the scene. A save button? Oh, okay. All right. I gotcha. I got what you're throwing down here. I'm gonna write that down. You want to save reward so you can remind me to save things. Gotcha. Save reminder. Okay. That's a good one. Let's open up 23 as well. Yeah, this one's pretty... Okay, so we got surprise. I think I already made it bigger. Just moving these couple little pieces out a little bit. Yeah, I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna write this one down too. I want to put in the save reminder, and then I want a lurk reward. I mean, they're both rewards, but still. I know you would love a one where it reminded me that an ad was coming up, Sunny, but I've been pretty good about those lately. So I think I'm okay not having that one at the moment. Yeah, I don't want to change this one at all. Let's go ahead and save that one. So we've got a lot of stuff going on here. We've got marks for this big excitement thing. These kind of look like little speed lines, but it's that coming out of the scene here. We've got the movement of our character jumping out of the box. We've got his little denotion of surprise. We have our character buttons and his facial expressions. All of that's is happening. We've got his little sweat bubble slash I don't even know what we would consider those. They're just particle effects that are coming off of him because he's so frightened here, mixed with the electricity of the situation that he's got going on. Not to mention the spikiness of the surprise. Like, there's a lot of notations and marks and things like that. Like, I think if I add more stuff to this scene, even as simple as this is, I think it overpowers it too much. It overwhelms it. I don't think it's worth trying to... Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Okay, it's good to know. Good. What is this? These are... Oh yeah, that's right. These are our other facial expressions that we were looking at. Let's go and hide that. Cool, so we don't need 22. Don't need to save that. On to number 23. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. This one was an interesting one because I changed the... Normally I would do a square of our little stitching. This is the first one where I wanted him to kind of break out of the stitching again, kind of like we've done before. And in order to do that, I had to shorten it, make it a different frame size, which means if I wanted to like push it all to the top and then put another smaller graphic down below, I could do that. Something else to add to the scene. Because both of these are pretty like simple, but these two are very intense, so maybe to remember this is a picture book. It's okay if it's simple that way. I don't really think I have anything that speaks to me that says I need to make adjustments. This one we did a bunch of adjustments too early on, so I think it's in pretty good shape. Our word bubble, everything's centered. Doesn't look too bad. We can do the trim view. Don't have any weird errors or artifacts anywhere. Everything flows pretty good, even his little arms here. He does have white little paws. Our little ghost spirit coming out of his mouth. It's got a little bit of glare coming through. Question is, do I put a white... Where's our little hand? There's our paw. Let's go ahead and duplicate. Let's play with this real quick. Duplicate this. Let's put it underneath everything. Go ahead and combine it all. Put a white stroke around it. Did I not select it correctly? I did. Oh, because it's underneath the... That's what it is. He's behind. This is on top of... Right. Okay. So how am I going to change that? So I'm going to cut it down a little bit more. Come on. Yeah, that might be good. Be that size, but I need to chop it down a little bit more. Come on. Yeah, pretty close. Does that help at all? That's where that normally goes. Yeah, I don't think that's doing what I wanted to do. I do think he needs it though. Question is, how do I connect it here and there? No. 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 It's not that one. Then I get rid of that. Trying to boost the consistency here. No, those do need to stay underneath there. I guess if I was going to do it, I would just leave it like that. I'm looking at the little preview in the right hand corner and seeing, like, I like that that's there. Gives that arm a little bit more pop, that he's hanging it over the edge. Not to mention then it matches all of the white goes around him as he's in shock, essentially. I think I might leave it like that. Just looks awkward right now with that little half. They're not separated from everything else. Yeah, let's leave it like that for now. Save that. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see if we can open up Canva and if it crashes everything. Still says we're only running at a CPU at about 8.6%. Our frames are 40 to 45. Oop, now we're jumping up to 9.6 with Canva being open. A little bit of a slowdown here. Yeah, this was definitely much smoother. Oof. Like I said, if for some reason the stream just crashes, I apologize. New operating system. Fun. Should not be this bad. Let's go 22. Go 23. Perfect. I think it's definitely trying to, every time I try to open up a new file in Adobe, it tries to be like, you should download the new Creative Cloud. And I'm like, I don't want the new Creative Cloud right now. I'm literally in the middle of something, dude. Like, no thank you. Okay, that time I didn't do it, thank goodness. Okay, so this is our introduction. The perils of streaming. So much fun. As soon as you think you've got it all stabilized and working well, bam! New operating system, everything, none of the drivers work anymore. It's the way it is. Okay, so I am a little worried about a little character over here. Where are our guides? There's our guides. We're within our 1/4-inch guides. But our cut line or our fold line is over there on that right-hand side. Let's do that. Select all. Problem is if I move, because he's laying on the ground, but he's cut off by the stitches. The stitches are the big deal here. Don't think I can move any of those. That'd be 5. I want them to look kind of natural, but not too weird. I think that's almost too close. Trim view. Yeah, I had it right the first time. Sometimes you have to try stuff and be like, nope, that's wrong, and then go back. That's the way it works. Okay, let's go ahead and save that. We keep trying to make sure we save everything so that don't mess up anything like that. I think 24 is pretty good. It's pretty simple. It doesn't need much as far as that goes. 25. Super basic, simple. I gotta go let the dog out. I'll be right back. After these messages, we'll be right back. Okay. Okay, I returned. You're not going to try and attack me at random, are you? I do like to play, so maybe we should elongate that so maybe it should be a question mark, shouldn't it? Ooh, that's a good one right there. Should that be a question mark? I wonder if that's on my... Let me look up my Google Docs, book 3. Oh, I didn't change it on here. I do like to play. I think it's comma, so maybe? Is that a question mark? Let's see, Grammarly is doing its thing. It could be either or. It could be a period or a question mark. So I guess the question is he questioning? Yeah, it's okay with the period. I do like to play. Let's see. You're not going to try and attack me at random, are you? I do like to play. So, maybe? I think it's a period, but I think we do need to elongate the so. Or how many O's? That's the question. Which means I have to change the bubble. Which means That would fit. So maybe. Yeah, 4 O's, so maybe. I do like to play, so maybe. He's being devious, so that's what he's doing. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what my editor-in-chief says when she gets a look at it later. Oh, that was interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead, quit Safari. Yeah, Apple's got something messed up with their menu bars and stuff like that. I think that's what's causing a lot of the problems is their menu bars with their new glass stuff. It's not working correctly. It's having a hard time making everything work at the moment, so hopefully all the functions still work correctly. Oh, that's right. I don't have to do that. I can do page, relink, temp, relink 25, place, there we go. Bed. Cool. I think 24, 25 are fine. So then it would be 26 and 27. Well, you don't look very scary, and you're a fellow cat. Nope, not scary at all. Hi, I'm Buns. Nice to meet you. Can I call you Big Brother? No. Buns, this place is pretty big, so if you need any help finding your way around, just let me know. Thanks, Buns. It's okay with you. If it's okay, hey, is it okay if I hang out with you until I get used to this new place? Sure, I'll give you a tour and then I'll show you my favorite nap spot. Ooh, I'm gonna have to change part of that. Okay, good things to look at. So we're still here. 26, 27. I think this might need think this might need some background elements. We can definitely pull some stuff into here. It's kind of boring in the background at the moment. So on the next 28, we actually get to see the full house. Yeah, so we need to add some background elements here. The question is, what do we add? Got some of this stuff. I can always pull something else in. I think that's the part that I struggle with right now is in a TV series like Bluey, right? Once they make a setup for like the house that the animals and the dogs live in, then the house doesn't change. But my story is a little bit more... I don't have a setup like that quite yet. I could go through and I could put that together and make a whole... figure out the layout of the rooms and stuff like that. I could do that. Really fill in part of the Stitch Tales universe. Yeah. Extended universe. Or I could just keep having fun playing with the imagery, not worry about part of that. Which one had... It was the surprise, wasn't it? Yeah. This one. Select all. Copy. Get rid of that. Don't save. That would be fine. That at least gives it something to ground it in. Too bad. Yeah, I think that's a good place to put it. It's not too intrusive. It's not too... Just gives it a little bit extra. We got a little bit to see. Where's our... Okay, so that goes into the hole over there. Can move it around a little bit. Select all. Put it directly behind them. Oh, the puppy wants to come in now. Heard the dog bark. I will be right back. Okay. Oh, we're down to our last break for the afternoon. I didn't realize that we were that close. So we are about 30 seconds out from our second and final ad break for the afternoon. So let's switch over to our assistant cam. Aw. We'll hang out here, we'll watch our assistant, and then we'll do that break, and then we will come back, see what little things we can finish up real quick, and then we will call it a day from there. So we'll look around to see if there's people who else we want to follow, or we'll figure it out. We'll do some stuff. But stick around, we'll be right back. All right. All right, welcome back, everybody. Our assistant is very comfortable. The back of the couch, sometimes, it's not always, but sometimes he likes to get up there. Most of the time he's there when his mom's home. He gets to hang out on her neck or lay on her shoulder or something like that. So it's rare that he's up there by himself, but he also was there last night sleeping, so maybe it's just that winter vibes time. He's just slowly moving over, picking new spots. Range, sun, 2 back. Let's trim that. I could put one of the pictures on the wall over here, but something like that. I've got these picture frames. I'm gonna have to figure out something to put inside of them. House objects. Let me see. They said people have pictures on their walls. Maybe. Okay. There we go. Oh no, it's still messed up at the bottom. Dang it. All the little problems. I moved it and it messed up everything. There we go. Yeesh, I was wondering, I was like, man, why is that so off like that? It was me. I did it. Does that mean all the stuff in here is off too? Yes, it is. Wow. Okay, so this one doesn't matter. The one for book page 28, that one does matter. Okay, so we fixed this one already. Let's see, that's on this page. Copy, delete, paste. Okay, that one's fixed. Does that mean the other one's all messed up too? Ooh, yeah, it is a little messed up. I'll have to go through and fix that one too. Let's go ahead and save this. Go ahead and turn off 8. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. When I moved these over from the other place, I guess I messed them up. Those are still good. These are a little hunky-dory. There we go. Trying to make these last couple adjustments here before we get off the stream. Cool. That'll work. Another thing fixed. Good. All right. Bye, Dreamer. Thanks for coming by. Okay, so we still have... Did we output 26? Or we still work? Yeah, we're still working on 26. So, yeah, we didn't output that one yet. So let's go ahead and delete this out of our. So we can make sure and remember to come back and finish 26 and then keep going from there, because we still have some adjustments to do and things like that. So, other than that, we are done for the day. Let's see. It means we have to open up Google Chrome. What can I turn off? Nothing I can turn off quite yet. Hopefully it doesn't crash everything. Okay, we only have one person in here watching at the moment, which is fine. Not enough to raid anybody with, so we're just gonna call it a day then. Thank you, Bishak. Thank you for your insightful questions today. kind of led into some of the stuff that I'm working on right now, trying to figure out books and prices and the ever-changing economy and how that affects all of the stuff that I'm doing. Thank you, Sunny, for coming in. Thank you for the little funny laughs. I appreciate that. Thank you, Dreamer, for putting in your points towards our assistant patch and our challenge. Thank you all. Thank you guys all for coming in and watching. I know it's a short one on Wednesdays. Hopefully it's still worth something. If not, we might, I don't know if we'll, it depends. If you guys like Wednesday streams, even though they're shorter, we'll keep doing them. If not, then we might change it. We might see what I want to do. Again, that would give me like 3 days in between to work on all the other stuff and do certain things. So we'll see. We'll see what we want to do. But yeah, I appreciate you all. Thank you for coming in. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday afternoon. And then I will see you again, where we'll have our social media posts go out on Thursday. And then I will be back on Friday for another more stream. Hopefully some of this Mac OS stuff stabilizes. I don't have high hopes for that, but hopefully some of it stabilizes. And it won't be as funky dory. So then we can go from there. But have a good rest of your afternoon, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.